Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got Q and U, which is good, but I don't think I can play them. So, tricky. Do I play? Or do I exchange? Q and U together are a good thing, but they're not bingo-y. But if I keep them, what play do I have with DEKMV? Just VED, and I'm not keeping K and M with the Q. So, I am changing. And I'm going to keep just the E with the Q and the U. Okay, so from an S, I would have Sequiny. I've got Quain, Queym, which would score well. Oh, I was just about to say that often opponent will exchange if you've done that. Now, opponent doesn't exchange, doesn't provide an S. But am I sure there's no bingo here? I'm fairly sure there's no 7. Let me consider the floaters. What about this R? No. A. L. Okay, so what to do? Do I have a double? I do not. But I can play Enquiry, which I think plays off all my problem tiles. The rack leave is fine. I'm not putting vowels next to premium squares or providing anything amazing. So I'm going with this. Great. I draw the first blank, and the rest of the rack looks decent. I'm wondering about Wannels, Wannles. As so often the case in Scrabble, I have an element of doubt. Let me have a squiz, just looking for 7s initially. Wannels, possibly. It's the duplicate N which is problematic. So not seeing anything so far. Still nothing. That's the Wannels possibility. Unprefix, 32 for opponents. Let me finish this exercise. Okay, so anything. I was going to say N walls, but that's double L, not double N. Do I have anything with the L? No. So let me try Wannels, see if it stays on. It doesn't. Ouch. Well, this is Void Challenge, so I don't lose my turn. Let me consider the remaining floaters. I haven't given up on there being a bingo here. I probably will bingo soon with the blank, but that doesn't mean it's not important to bingo as soon as possible. So what about a play beginning unlawned? This will be pretty awful if it comes off, which it does. So let me try and focus a bit more. What am I missing here? So the W's a problem and the double N is a problem, but let me focus on the W. That often appears in prefixes and suffixes, so it could appear with down. I don't have that. It could appear with ward. I don't have that. Now the L and N could be in land with new. Wow, I just feel there is something here. This feels close enough to a bingo, but I haven't seen it. So, what to do? There is a W spot next to the O of export, but all I've got there is WE, and that keeps the double N, which I don't want to do. I want to sort this rack out quickly. I could play 1 here for 13, keeping a good rack leave. And keeping the board open. I'm more likely to make a big play in row A than opponent, given that I have the blank. Let me have one last think about a bingo here. Is it possible that Wannels has an anagram? Could be Wan Els. This is going to be my final bingo effort. Hopeless. Okay, let me play 1 and move on. So, surely there is a bingo here. Annoyingly, the L's in Thrall duplicate a tile on my rack. Unsold is good. So I do have a bingo there. What about this W? I'm expecting opponent to take it out, hopefully for a lowly score. What if they don't? Can I capitalise on it for a big score? So this rack plus a W. Oh my word. Triple, triple, 9 time for 185 points. Okay, well, hats off to opponent. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I trail by 190 points. Oh, wow. 3 lame bingo attempts. And then I set up a 9 timer for opponent. Taxi for Webb. So I can come back with unsold. Do I have anything beginning with S? Well, surely I do. Subprefix. Wow, opponent must be feeling so good with that bingo. Council and thralls, that's going to be better than unsold. But I am looking for bingos beginning with S. Selliness, that works. 468. Now, not a great rack, too many vowels, but there are 5 vowel 8s. Is opponent going to carry on scoring? All they need to do is keep scoring to the finishing line. Well, they are. That's perfect for them. 39 points. And I'm going to fall further behind. I can't score anything like that with this rack. I've got I and G for going next to the Q. But I can't see a word with that. EW takes a T. I'm looking to score off the scoring tiles on the board, so mag works. So the best I can do here is gate, keeping 3 vowels. Surely there's something a little bit better than that. What about hog tie down here? 25 points. Yep, that's a lot better. Okay, another non-bingo-y rack. Hog tie helps to keep the board open, which I want to do since I trail. And another bingo by opponent, 63 points. Both blanks have gone. So this is already looking like a lost game. But if it is a lost game, my job is to minimize the losing spread. So what can I do with the J? 185 points. Unbelievable. So I've got Jag and Jig. Jig would be better. But can I sort out both duplicates? Do I have Add G somewhere? Well, Add G and AE, setting up another 9 timer for opponent. I shan't be doing that. Or should I? Is this my only way back into the game? No, because it's impossible for opponent not to block that. It's just inconceivable that they wouldn't block it. Okay, so I'm going with Jaditic for 33. Great, I draw the Z. Could I have a bingo here? Even if I do, it may be better to try and score well off the Z. And bingo next turn. I still trail by 140. So I'm not seeing a 7 with this rack. What about the D? No. T, triazines, double. Wow, that is going to be quite fruity. Is opponent going to leave that alone? Wow. That is going to significantly reduce the margin. Okay, it is available. Fantastic. So, triazines for a 118. And now I trail by 90. Z provides an easy scoring spot if opponent has got a 5-letter Z play. What do I have with this rack? I don't think I have a bingo here. I have Zooey if opponent doesn't play in column 8. I have a scoring tile in the Y. So a play of YGO would leave Tor. Quite a nice rack leave. The X has gone, otherwise there's a nice X spot between the two O's. Jog trot. If the board was wider and I had a second T. What did the opponent get for Cadger? 36 points. They're doing the right thing, just keeping on scoring. But can they keep it up? 29 points. So Zooey remains available for 54. Still 17 tiles to come. Yeah, and I like Zooey because it creates bingo floaters in Cadger and in Zooey. 54 points for Zooey. This is going to bring me to within a bingo of opponents. But is there a better alternative to Zooey? I'm confident this is the place to play, but I am burning all my vowels. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other 5-letter Z play. Well, except there's Azerty. Wow, Azerty's going to score 57, but keep double O. What's a better keep, double O or GRT? Let me count the remaining vowels. 11 out of 24. Vowel dry. Wow. But although this is an all-consonant rack lead, there are floating vowels on the board in Cadger and Zooey. I am going with Zooey. So, I draw another O, so I'm glad I didn't keep 2 of them. I've also drawn scoring tiles. I trail by 90, but opponents on turn, they've just played Dweebovision, so I trail by 90 after their play. 9 tiles in the bag. The floaters in Cadger and Zooey remain open. So, what about playing Gov up here? 26 points for keeping the best possible rack leave, which goes well with the O of Zooey, the O and E of Zooey, and the E of Cadger. Not providing anything for opponent, stopping opponent from scoring well. Still 2 S's to come, so the Juvies spot might have looked nice for a play like Ask. I don't want to turn over a lot of tiles because I don't want to expedite the end of the game. So Gov for 26. Okay, this looks pretty good. I think I have a restream in column 15. I certainly have streamer. So I am bingoing. 3 tiles in the bag. Restream, remaster. Either or both of those may be good. 8 minutes on my clock. Is this the best lane? I think it is. Do I? Well, let me consider BY. Nothing there. So let me try restream. Then I'm going to try remaster and then probably go with streamer. It's void challenge, so this I get another turn if this isn't good. It's not good. So remaster for 83. And that's good. Wow. So 16 points between us. I've emptied the bag. I've got STR. I can see what opponents got. I don't think they've got a bingo. But can I go out with STR? And how much can I score? So initially I'm looking for any out, and I do have one. I have, through the eye of triazines, I've got stir and OR. I don't have Ritz. Nothing through this A. So any out is going to be through a vowel. So let me look at the vowels. EWS, not good, but Ute is. So I've got Zar, TSAR, and Ute. 28 for opponent. Is that going to be enough? I trail by 44. I'm going to get 10 on countback. I need to score 34 points with STR. That doesn't seem very likely, but I've got 7 minutes to find such an out. So I've got Tsar. I'm just going to go through the acrosses and then the downs. This shouldn't take too long. Exports is good. I also need to consider if opponent can go out, because I may be able to go out in 2. But I don't think that would win me the game. I've got RST. Okay, so nothing from the downs, from the acrosses. Let me consider the downs. I'm looking at... I have Aster. I need to compare that score with the Tsar score. Marts. That's not going to be good enough. STR. Gertz. 12 points. Okay, so let me see what this scores. That's 13. That's 13. Okay. I haven't seen anything better than this, so I'm going with it. And the final score, 481 for me, 502 for opponent, a winning margin of 21 points. So well done to opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a crazy game. Absolutely amazing stuff. So it was me to go first. Vam burns the U, so that can't be the right play. And Dev has a horrible rack leaf, so I like my play of keeping EQU. Opponent plays Thrall. Now, I play Inquiry. I could have played Yankee for the same score and a better rack leaf. G6. Yankee, yeah, that would have been slightly better. Opponent plays Export. Now, this is the moment. No missed bingo, but look at this. Throughout the game, Enthrall was overlooked. Wow. Yeah. But I'm surprised no missed bingo. I shamefully tried 3, I think, possibilities, none of which I had any real confidence in. But there is no bingo. And now I made the fateful decision to play 1 for 13 points, definitely inferior to Enthrall. But you can see with these remaining rack leaves why I was attracted to Wan. Because double N, Wayne A2, well, that's allowing opponent to stick a high scoring tile on this double letter square. So I still feel that 1 has merit. The most likely thing to happen with this is that opponent would play a 4 or 5 letter play for 20 or 30 points. But look at this, they have this dream rack. and a choice of 9-timer triple triples, chow time and show time. So delighted to make opponent's day. Now, what do I have here? I played Salinas for 71, but A9. Ah, well, Showtime takes an S, so I could have played Soulphone for 3 more points. And a ton of other bingos, but I still trail by a lot. And opponent extends that lead with 4. I have a tricky rack. I play Hog Tie, keeping AI. Hoagie, probably better. Xenia, I'm not so sure, but it's a nice option. Now, opponent bingos again with Unelated. They could have played Talented for 10 more points. Or 20 more points. Now, I have this rack. Not great. I play Jaditic, but E11. Ah, double through the E. Acidia for 7 more points. But I played Jaditic, which doesn't impede the Hog Tie floaters. Now, opponent plays Kadja, and I have Triazins, the only bingo, 118 points, and it provided a scintilla of hope. I now trail by 90. Opponent plays Fib. Oh, interesting. Zooty would have been the play. Same score as Zooey, but a much better Rackleave having that precious bingo-y E. Okay, let's see if that would have made a difference. So, opponent keeping on scoring. And it probably wouldn't have made a difference. I would have had an E instead of this T if I'd played Zooty. I don't think there's a bingo there. So, overgot M8, burning through the tiles. I don't want to do that, so I play Gov for 26, just 4 fewer points. Opponent plays Cobb, sensibly blocking some floaters, but not blocking this one, Remaster for 83. And suddenly, this scintilla of hope has grown into a smidgen. Now, opponent's got a balanced rack, but what's best? N10, pawns. What do? They play paid for 28, which is good enough. So I have no vowels, STR, and Astur and Zara best for 13. And that is the end of the game. So look at this, just 20 points between us. Both of, well, opponent over 500 and myself approaching. But what an amazing game. Absolutely astonishing stuff. Fabulous triple 9-timer from opponent and a well-deserved victory by them. So many congratulations to opponent on their victory. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.